What do you do when your manager tries to trap you? My new manager at work is the kind of person who needs to control every detail, no matter how small. Even if you follow every rule, hit every target, and stay completely professional, she still finds something to call you into a meeting about. I have always had strong performance, kept my head down, and avoided trouble, but she still acted like I was doing something wrong almost every day. One morning, she called me into a meeting to talk about being late. Our rule is simple. If you're going to be late, you call in, let the team know, and when you arrive, you submit a schedule adjustment request. That's the standard process we all follow. She claimed I never called in and never submitted the request. Luckily, I had proof that I did both. Instead of accepting that, she suddenly told me that from now on, I had to personally call her and explain why I was late. I reminded her that this wasn't part of our process, and she said she was creating a new one. So now, even if she is off that day, I still have to call her at 6 a.m. to give her explanations she doesn't even need. She also dragged me into meetings for tiny issues. For example, my score in one area was 99 out of 100, even though the target was only 50. Instead of congratulating me, she focused on the single point I missed. Another time, she said my handling time on one call was too long, even though my overall average was far better than the target. People began complaining to her manager because she kept nitpicking things that didn't matter. The real turning point came when she refused to follow up on something I requested and said, if it's not in writing, it didn't happen. From that moment, I decided to follow her rule better than she did. I asked for every instruction in writing and reminded her of her own rule whenever she tried to claim she had told me something verbally. Last week, she messaged me to see her after my call. I walked to her desk, but she wasn't there. I went back to my desk to take calls. She asked why I didn't wait, and I reminded her of the written message she sent earlier telling me that if she wasn't present, I shouldn't wait more than 1 minute and must return to my desk. She asked me to come again, but again, she wasn't there. This happened 3 times. After each attempt, I documented the exact times in our chat. When I logged out of the system, how long I waited, when I returned to my desk, and when I took my next call. When my shift ended, she suddenly messaged asking what time I finished. I told her it was 2 minutes ago. She then said we could catch up now. I asked if she would approve overtime pay for an after-hours meeting. She said not to be silly and said it would only take 10 minutes. I refused and said that if I wasn't being paid, we could do it tomorrow during my scheduled working hours. She paused for a long time before replying. Then she used a tactic she relied on in her old job. Okay, well, if you'd like to go home now, I can always make it a formal meeting. A formal meeting at my workplace means HR, official records, and accusations of misconduct. She thought she was threatening me. I stayed calm and replied, no problem. Please schedule the formal meeting, give me 24 hours notice, send a proper invite, and I will bring a support person with me. Then I logged out, took screenshots of everything, and saved all the chat logs. The next day, she actually set up the meeting. I forwarded everything to my union rep, who agreed to attend. HR opened the meeting by saying that I had refused to meet my manager 3 times. I immediately explained what truly happened. My manager denied it, so I repeated her own line. If it's not in writing, it didn't happen. Then I provided all the written evidence, her messages, my timestamps, my call logs, and her instructions. My union rep gave HR a calm smile and asked, so, are you saying employees must attend meetings unpaid and refusing unpaid work is misconduct? HR quickly backtracked and said there must have been a misunderstanding. They ended the meeting by saying I could return to work. I insisted on getting written confirmation that I was not accused of misconduct, was cleared of all claims, and had nothing added to my record. Yesterday, our team was informed that our team leader had decided to pursue opportunities outside the company. We are getting a new manager.